Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Box Office Talk. This is the show where I break down what happened at the box office, see if my predictions for the top 5 are correct, and then make predictions for next week's top 5. So let's get right on into it. Last week I predicted that number 1 would be the Lego Movie 2, the second part. Number 2 would be What Men Want. Number 3 would be The Prodigy. Number 4 would be Cold Pursuit. And number 5 would be Glass. And I actually got 3 out of 5 of my predictions right, which is pretty good since there are 4 new wide releases coming out. I thought maybe that one of them would actually get into the top 5, but actually one of them entered at number 6. So let's go over what happened in the overall top 10. Number 1 was, of course, the Lego Movie 2, the second part, which I don't think anyone's surprised by that it got number 1, but I think people might be a little surprised that it actually came in a little $35 million under the first movie's opening weekend, opening at $34 million. And worldwide, it is only at $52 million right now. Now, the budget is a little bit higher than the first movie, sitting at $99 million, so it needs about $198 million to be considered a success. And considering how well the first Lego movie did and Lego Batman did, and this movie's a little bit on par with them, sort of, I think it will be able to do that, but I hope this movie just overall doesn't do Lego Ninjago numbers, because even though this movie did open up higher than that movie, these two are kind of in the same range as far as they're the lowest opening weekends for any Lego film, which is actually a little disappointing since a lot of people really did enjoy this movie. This got better reviews than Ninjago after all, but for some reason not too many people are going out to see it. I thought for sure it would have made a little bit more money since it's been like the only new thing that's been out in the past 2 weekends or something like that, and it did get number 1, but it's just not as high as I was kind of expecting, especially after the first movie did so well. I think we could have maybe seen this coming though, since Lego Batman also did very well critically, but financially did wane a little bit compared to the first one, and it just kind of continued with Lego Ninjago. I just hope this movie overall doubles its budget at the end of the day. Number 2, we have What Men Want. That didn't make $33 million like What Women Want, but I don't think anyone really wants to talk about that film compared to this one, so it only made $19 million this weekend on a budget of $20 million. So it only needs about $21 million more until it doubles its budget, and it's already off to a pretty good start right here. I think everyone's a little surprised at how well this movie did, considering this movie already kind of had some bandwagon hate already for it, and it didn't help that the marketing wasn't too good for it either. Like, I think we can all be honest here that the marketing just didn't look anything all that special, and it just looked like a bunch of crude humor that we've seen in a bunch of crappy comedies before. So the fact that it did this well, it's pretty surprising to some people. Number 3, we have Cold Pursuit. It's another Liam Neeson movie that is opening well below what it probably needs to. It made $10 million this weekend on a budget of, I don't know, it's a mystery to me what the budget is, but I can tell you right now that there is no worldwide total as of me recording this audio, and the fact that it only opened at $10 million and the movie's like a big action picture, it probably needed a little bit more than that. So I think this is just another Liam Neeson movie that underperforms very much so. Number 4, we have The Upside, making $7 million, adding to a domestic total of $85, and worldwide it is sitting at $94 million. So it only needs $6 million more dollars to get to $100 million worldwide, and I think next weekend we actually will be able to see that happen, so that's pretty good for this film. Number 5, we have Glass, making $6.4 million, adding to a domestic total of $98 million. It outgrossed Unbreakable's $95 million domestic run, and now it needs $40 million more domestically to outgross Split. I don't think it's going to be able to do that, but hey, this movie's still doing very well financially because worldwide it is sitting at $221 million, which is only $27 million away from outgrossing Unbreakable's worldwide total, and about $57 million from outgrossing Splits. I'm not sure which one of those it will outgross worldwide, but hey, it's still doing very well for itself, and as far as the other Blumhouse movies go, it's about to enter their top 5 highest grossing ones domestically, so that's pretty fantastic for it, like a pretty great achievement, and it already is in the top 5 highest grossings for Blumhouse worldwide already, sitting at number 4, right behind Split, Get Out, and Halloween. So that's very good for this film. I think everyone over there should be happy with the work they've done on this movie. Number 6, we have The Prodigy. I thought it was going to get to number 3, and it didn't. It made $6 million though, and conveniently, that is its exact budget, $6 million. So good on you, Prodigy and Orion, for having an open weekend match your budget. I'm sure you'll be able to double that by next week. Number 7, we have Green Book, making $3.5 million, adding to a domestic total of $61 million, and worldwide it is sitting at $106 million. So it was able to cross over the $100 million threshold, which is very good for this film. Obviously, the Oscar campaign for this movie is helping it out with a lot of audiences, very much so, as it was able to do this. Number 8, however, we have Aquaman, making $3.3 million, adding to a domestic total of $328 million, outgrossing Suicide Squad's domestic run and $2 million off from outgrossing Batman v Superman's, which it definitely will be able to do that. It's not going to be able to outgross Wonder Woman Woman's 412 domestic run, as we're kind of seeing where it's at right now, but it's still about to be like their second highest grossing one domestically, so that's still pretty awesome for it. Worldwide, it is sitting at $1.120 billion too, which is just a nice little plus. At number 9, we have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, making $3 million, adding to a domestic total of $179 million, and worldwide it is sitting at $352 million. Now, in order to get to the highest grossing Sony Picture Animation film worldwide, it needs to get past the Smurfs' $563 million, and I don't think it's going to be able to do that. Unfortunately, even though Spider-Man is a much better movie than the Smurfs movie, I just don't think it's going to be able to do that. I think the closest it might be able to do is outgross Hotel Transylvania's worldwide total of 358, but other than that, I don't think it's going to progress much further financially. Either way, this movie has done very well for itself, and the fact that domestically it is Sony Picture Animation's highest grossing film, that's still quite an achievement. And finally, number 10, we have Miss Bala, making $2 million, adding to a domestic total of $11 million. Still nowhere near doubling its $15 million budget. Oh well, I remember when it just got released last weekend, and now it's just at number 10. What a shame. And now it's time for the fun part, the predictions for next week's Top 5, which will be pretty fun because we have quite a few new movies being released, and some of them opening up on Wednesday and then on Valentine's Day, which is Thursday. So I'm going to go ahead, and my predictions are going to be number 1, Happy Death Day to You. I think after the surprise hit of the first movie, it might actually do pretty well for itself. Number 2, Alita Battle Angel. Number 3, The Lego Movie 2, the second part. Number 4, Isn't It Romantic? And number 5, What Men Want. But what are your predictions for next week's Top 5? Leave it in the comments below, and if you got your predictions right for this week, you're going to get a shout out right now. Unless you didn't get it right, then I'm sorry. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I'm Jackson Fulcher. See you guys next time.